Here we go, guys. Yeah, it's the trade of the day, and today it's brought to you by NEO. Today down that 3% plus, a little bit more than that at some, and a little bit better off the open. But you can see, why did I want to look at NEO today? Just because, again, the moves some of these Chinese names have been pretty epic. We had a bottom here just on the 15th before Fed here of 13 bucks, and then we rip city all the way up to 21.50. So we came in today thinking, okay, let's let these things settle down, and that's exactly what we did. Why we brought NEO to everyone's attention here today is really just in this channel right now. Fed Chair Jerome Powell came out around 12:30 or so and kind of flipped the game a little bit, talking that they may have to raise a little bit more, turning some of his dovish speak into more hawkish speak, which we sort of thought did happen when they came out with the statement last week. But today they sort of reiterated that with Russia, with some of the supply chain issues, that maybe this inflation is going to be high for quite a while, and they have to send the rates a little northbound, which makes stocks, as I do this, go to the south side. So we hit NEO right away. NEO with some news this morning talking about possible fears of, again, supply chain, costs going up everywhere. So we wanted to look at NEO, we wanted the short. So basically we had to wait for a level to develop. Off the open, very, very shady, back and forth, not really too many trades until you take this area right here, which is the pre-market low. And that's sort of what I wanted to highlight here. It's at 2050. So once we're able to find out about this area, which goes back to, again, we don't have it going all the way back in the pre-market. That's just 7 a.m. So the pre-market low is really 2070, but you had some wicks down here to 2050. And then on Friday, this kind of bottom right there at 2050. I love trading those 50, 75 and O's, and quarters added into there. So when we came back up and the market was ripping back to the north side, then Powell came. That gave us a little bit of protection here to say, you know what, let's short NEO. We get a little bit of a bump up there, and then the crash happens, and it's amazing. So we just wait. We put on, obviously, a big amount of shares there. And this is the thing. It's all about ratio for me, right? And it's like, if you can manage your trades, then you can use more shares. And that's exactly what I did here, because we initially go short at 2040 into this 2050 area. And we're only giving ourselves, I think it's a 42 to be honest with you, we're giving ourselves like 10 cents with slippage up to that 52. And then look what happens. It just completely starts cracking down. It's a couple 10 cents, getting out at VWAP, cracking all the way down. Then we start to get out, and then we say, where is that bottom, right? Why do we have so many? First of all, we have so many executions because we reloaded at the 50 period. We reloaded. And I'll talk about getting out there because it finally breaks higher through 20. So we kept on reloading against that 20. Eventually it breaks. Of course, now it's lower. But the point what I was getting at is this little level right into here, 1918, as you can see, we dipped below for a minute. But then we kept bouncing off 1980 as well. So that's where a lot of these outs come from, all with like 81s, 82s, 83s, things like that. So again, it's a big short. It's 2040, then a reload at 2010, and then outs are all here in the 90s and the 80s. So you're dealing with ratios when you take this into consideration of like 4 to 1, 5 to 1. That's crazy. Like I do that all day, every day. Even 2 to 1 is a great ratio. But now you come back in. NEO, I like the short here. Why? Because we had Fed come out, send the markets to the downside. So that's one thing. They're already talking supply. They're already talking inflation. These are worries for NEO. Plus, the chart gives us this area, right? Gives us this channel. So as soon as we're able to get short, we did that. And we liked it so much. 1, 2, 3, 4 reloads. And then till finally our 5th one. So these 2 errors right here. So 1, 2, 3. Our 4th reload, we wind up taking a small little hit there, getting out of the last bit of shares. But hey, it's NEO. It's set up perfectly for me, and we hammered it. It's your trade of the day.